All right, now let's get a check of what's playing out with global currencies. That's the global currency market. We see definitely there's been a lot of volatility. If you've been tracking the currency market from a strong US dollar to some other currencies having to get weak with most of the bullish news we have coming out from the US, from geopolitics, and also Trump's election win. So how are traders, that's Forex traders in the global market, navigating all of this? And joining me to discuss this, we have Michael Udo. He's Director of Operations at Naira. Hello, Michael. I don't know if you can hear me. Michael, you might have to unmute. I think I see your mouth moving.
Yes, hold on.
Fantastic. I can hear you now. So it's great to have you, Michael. So I see a lot playing out in the global FX market. We've seen the impact, of the Trump trade. We've seen the DXY, that's the dollar index, that has hit a new high in a couple of weeks now, and we're still seeing strengthening when it comes to the US dollar. So talk to me about how, Forex traders are navigating, all that's playing out in the global FX market.
All right, so basically for Forex traders, every time we have a strong dollar, obviously, right, it's a time to trade, take advantage of those moves as well. So for all the Forex traders out there, it's a key time to look at charts, analyzing, see what direction this is really playing out, with the new president-elect in the US, there's a lot of expectation, a lot of anticipation, around the US dollars, basically. And then this spike you're seeing around, it's correlated to all the expectations, from after the elections, basically.
And looking at other currencies, that are trading against the US dollar, do you continue to see weakness for these other currencies? Seeing that the dollar is still rallying at this point, we've seen some comments from Trump, and we've seen how that's impacted the peso at this time. So talk to me about how you're seeing other currencies against the US dollar.
So basically for traders, right, especially those who trade pairs to the USD, yes, US dollars, it's more like a benchmark, against every other currencies, right? So if the USD is growing in strength, obviously other currencies would compete around this market, basically, especially with other commodities. Even when you look at it from even the oil side, all right, USD to a large extent is dictating as we speak right now.
And do you see the dollar?
If you look at,
okay, you can carry on. You can carry on.
Quickly, even if you take a look at the price of gold versus dollar, for instance, right? Sometime yesterday, and I think yesterday, you see a sharp drop in that momentum building back up again, and all of this. So like I said, the dollar is a dictating factor, right? So wherever the dollar goes, traders are looking and seeing how they can take advantage of the strength or weakness of other currencies, right? Or the strength of or the weakness of the dollar and vice versa. So as a Forex trader, what we're looking at on a day-to-day basis, sit down, looking at our charts, looking at news, looking at different factors that is either driving the value of dollar upward or downwards or other currencies, basically.
And what currencies would you say it's time to go short on, if you're trading the FX market, and which ones do you think we should be bullish on at this time getting to January?
Getting to January, there's a lot of anticipation on the USD and even BTC as well, So a lot of us, personally for me right now, as we speak, I'm on the trade right now, looking at, gold buying to a level from where it dropped to, because it's tracing back up at the moment, right? So right now with Trump in the picture, there's a lot of expectation built around the USD, all right? So that's what we're looking at. And then towards December, it's a time where different speculations will happen. So I'm careful. I don't want to give any go-to-market signal right now on this call, and then if it doesn't play out that way, people feel like, oh, maybe the basis for why I took this decision was because, I took these directives from Michael, right? The market is a place that you can't sit and speculate 100%. You understand that there are different variables that would determine or change the direction tomorrow, all right? But basically right now, a strong US dollar is what we're saying.
All right, and I'm sure you also, trade currencies on the African continent. What are you expecting for, currencies in Africa like the Naira and looking at the Kenyan shilling and other major currencies on the African continent?
All right, so let's take a look at Naira, for instance. I think Naira over the last couple of weeks, it looks like it's beginning to lose that strength again, all right? At some point there was some recovery, and then we're positive that we're going to get some favorable Naira at some point. But from the look of things, I think today, I think Naira currently sits at 1,700 plus to $1, right? So hopefully, from a patriotic point of view, we hope that Naira gains what's it called now, strength over the next couple of weeks. Otherwise, maybe a $2,000 is what we're looking at.
And what you're seeing, so far in the FX markets in Nigeria, when you look at policies, you see yesterday we got an interest rate hike from the MPC, about 25 basis points. When you see what's playing out with fuel prices, rising cost of living, what is it telling you, about the Naira and the trade to take, going forward?
Right, so generally speaking, right, I think there's a lot of pressure on the Naira, I would say, because the way it's losing value, so I think some people are then beginning to say, okay, should we save USD instead of saving the Naira, all right? Now, policies like what the central bank is doing now and every other body language from the government, people are watching. Do you understand? Now, I think the government, to a large extent, need to sit back and look at how we can, obviously, the only way we can give some sort of strength to Naira is when we begin to rely more on Naira, spend Naira, buy more Nigerian products than buying dollars. Because the more we buy dollars, that puts so much pressure even on our, what's called our Naira. There's this story about the local refinery, Dangote refinery coming up, and there was some sort of excitement around the corner, praying that we're not going to be spending so much USD purchasing, what's it called now, fuel and all these things again. But, all of those speculations are still around, and the more we encourage the use of Naira, maybe we can get some strength. But right now, dollar is strengthening over the Naira, obviously, from what we can see.
And we definitely hope the policy direction, gives most of the traders out there the imperative to actually go bullish on the Naira. Definitely hoping for that. But thank you so much. That was Michael Odo, Director Operations at NAGA, giving us what to expect there for the global FX market. Thank you.
All right, thank you.